We're being attacked. I frantically mind-linked Carter while being ambushed by millions of unfamiliar scents that seemed to come out of nowhere, surrounding me. I sprinted to my house and slammed the door shut, finding the red button next to the door and clicking it. As the emergency siren went off, you could barely hear it over the howls and thumping of paws on the ground. People were screaming. Those who were sleeping only moments ago were either still sleeping, be killed, or see running for their lives. I didn't even have to wonder who it was. There was only one alpha who would ever kill for no reason. Alpha Thaddeus. He was the only alpha that everyone knew and feared. I was disgusted by him, my eyes locked with Carter's panicked look. I heard my mother yelling at May to go into the cellar while she was running after her, pushing her small body before her. Chaos was unleashing everywhere. Pots and pans were scattered on the floor. Glass shattered as two large, fully shifted wolves entered the kitchen. James and Jason quickly came to Carter's help. "Scarlet, you have to get out of here," Carter yelled as he fought off the wolves that were attacking him currently. I couldn't go back to the cellar, they were already full of women and children. I quickly ran over to help Carter, grabbing a kitchen knife. I stabbed one of the wolves on top of Carter as he fought off the other one. I stood there in shock. The blood on the knife trickled down and hit the floor. "Scarlet!" Carter yelled as he pushed me out the door. "Run!" And those simple words caused my adrenaline to kick in. I gripped the knife in my hand harder as I ran into the woods. A ferocious growl was heard and I was tackled to the ground by a large brown wolf. He snarled at me as I took the knife in my hands and stabbed him in the stomach. The wolf howled in pain as he fell to the side. His howl was powerful, very powerful. That's when I realized that he had to have been of a high power. I think I just stabbed Alpha Thaddeus Reynolds Gamma. Fuck. I started freaking out for a bit. I was now knew that I was going to get killed. Thaddeus has no mercy. All of a sudden, my view was closed off as two big feet stood there, right in front of the Gamma's body. "Darling, raise your head," the husky voice said to me as I shifted my eyes to my feet, which at the moment seemed to be very interesting. "Darling, I don't have all day." I didn't even need to look up to know who it was as I kept my head down in arrogance. He yanked my head up, with his hand on my chin, trying to make me look him in the eyes. I shut mine. "Darling, I will not hesitate to kill you," he began speaking slowly, trying to steady his anger. "Then, why haven't you killed me yet?" I asked and opened my eyes. Inside my head, my wolf was chanting a word that seemed to be so simple yet so frightening. "Mate, mate, mate." I backed up as he growled at me, his eyes turning a gold color. Alpha Thaddeus. He was my mate. He had a muscular build with black hair that complemented the gold color eyes of his wolf. "Scarlet, he's a killer." My wolf reminded me, seeming to be angry that her mate was so heartless. I agreed with her and washed out all affection for him out of my head. I looked at him again before sprinting in the other direction. A hearty chuckle came out of him as he ran after me, catching me in a matter of seconds. "Darling, you can't run from me," his husky voice whispered in my ear. I shivered and tried to get out of his grip and ignored the sparks that shot up whenever our skin made contact. He finally let me go, and I turned to look him dead in the eyes. "I, Scarlett Smith, reject you, Thaddeus Reynolds," I spat. He let out a hearty chuckle. "You think you can just reject me?" he asked, annoyed. "I don't think I can, I just did," I snapped back. "Well, Scarlett Smith, I reject your rejection," he stated, smirking at me. "You can't do th-. Well, I just did." He came towards me as I backed away. He growled as he lunged for me and picked me up. I squirmed in his hold as his wolf growled at me. I will never accept you, I said blatantly. I squirmed in his arms like a fish. You know when you take them out of the water and they have like a freaking seizure? Well, let's say I was like a fish out of water at the moment. He gritted his teeth and sent me a glare. He placed me into a long limo that I assumed was how he got here. You know? His mode of transportation, riding in style much? He slammed the door shut, leaving a dent in the door. Yeesh, this dude's got serious anger issues, I mumbled, slouching in my seat. I heard the other door open as he slipped in the back with me. He nodded at the driver and we started to drive farther and farther from the place that I have lived all my life. I looked at him and spoke. Call off the attack. No. Fine. He watched me as I extended my claws and scratched the leather seats. Darling Dash. Don't fucking call me that. Scarlet Dash. He was interrupted as I reeled my hand back and slashed his skin with my claws, baring my teeth. Scarlet Smith, I will make you accept me and you will like it, he growled when he shifted his eyes back to me. No, I will never love a killer, especially one who kills his own kind, one who's trying to kill my family at this moment. Scar, oh my gosh, where are you? He asked worried. Relief flooded through me. I just got kidnapped from our pack and am currently sitting 5 inches away from the world's best killer. But besides that, I'm just peachy. How's everyone else? I asked quickly, hoping to change the subject, adding a hint of sarcasm because sarcasm was my strongest attack. May got hurt, her ankle is broken, and Jason is fighting for his life. Wait, you got fucking kidnapped? Are you mind-linking someone? Thaddeus growled, inching closer to me. Does it even matter? I spat back at him. Stop acting so childish, it gets annoying, he scolded as he leaned back in his seat. Well, if he thought I was acting childish and annoying, why don't I? So, when he adjusted himself in his seat mumbling something incoherent, I opened the door and jumped out. Once I was out of the car, I sprinted to the nearest forest and climbed up a tree. I saw Thaddeus looking for me along the forest grounds. I gulped, not being able to move. I hid between the branches. Carter, I'm his mate. I'm Thaddeus' mate, and I promise you. I rejected him, but he took me anyway. I'm in a tree in the middle of the woods, outside of our territory with an angry alpha looking for me.